You may have noticed me using a traditional Pilates mat in my videos, or maybe you've seen them in a Pilates studio. And you probably are wondering, do I need to invest in one of these, or can I just use a yoga mat? I'm here to answer all of your mat questions today. The short answer is no, you don't need one to get started. But let's dive into all your options and help you understand why you might want to invest in a traditional Pilates mat one day. But before we fully dive into this video, I want to say that I understand that finding the motivation to work out at home on your own can be challenging. That's why I'm excited to offer a membership plan designed to help you stay accountable and inspired. As a member, you'll enjoy live online community meetups, weekly curated workout plans, and personal feedback from me directly on your phone, whenever you need it. Click below in the description to join the Contrology Hub today and pick your zone. Experience movement and mindfulness for the modern lifestyle. Let's start with the ideal mat, and I'll get to the other options later. So when I refer to a traditional classical Pilates mat, there's two different types. There's the high mat, which you'll often see in studios because they can leave it out. It's big and bulky and it can stay there permanently. And then there's a folding mat, which is portable and great for home workouts because you can pack it away, all the parts come apart, and it's easy to store. So let's discuss all the features of the traditional mat and why they matter. One of the most important parts about the mat is its padding. It should give you enough padding so that you protect your spine. You don't want to bruise your spine in all the rolling exercises that we do in the mat work. But you also don't want it to be too squishy, not like a bed where you're going to sink into it. My favorite mat is from the Contrology line by Balanced Body because of the padding. It is nice and firm so that like when you do exercises like front support, your wrists aren't sinking in. The mat I'm using is from Legacy, and personally, I do find the padding a little too squishy. I don't like the way it feels on my wrist during front support, but at the same time, I'm grateful for it because it doesn't hurt my spine when I work out. And then there's the foot strap. You're going to use this in exercises like the roll up or neck pull. It offers your legs assistance. You can do these exercises without the strap, but they teach your legs and your lower body how to work in those exercises. So if you're having a hard time with those exercises, if you feel your legs flying up off the ground when you try to roll up, the strap is there to teach the muscles in your lower body how to work so that doesn't happen. I also love that it's going to open up a variety of other exercises you can do at home on your mat to give you some variety. Like you could do the short box series from the reformer on the mat, and the foot strap will assist you. Then there's the handles. You're going to grab onto them and push them, and it activates your back, draws your shoulders down away from your ears, and you'll immediately just feel that work in your back when the handles are there. Now, with these two, you can do the exercises that have handles in them without. And I always try to show you in my videos where to put your arms if you don't have the handles. But it just immediately gives you that assistance that you need. That's kind of why Joseph Pilates designed all his apparatus. All of it is there to help teach your body how to move and how to connect and use those muscles that you need. Then there's the boxes that you're going to use for exercises like saw and side leg kicks. They're helping your body to get the right alignment because you have to go a little wider than what the mat is for those exercises, so they are raised to the same height of the mat. So if you're working on a mat that doesn't have boxes, know that you're going to have to go a little bit wider than your mat. I am also going to bring up the pole or bar. You don't normally get this when you purchase the mat. You'll find it as an extra under accessories, but I'd recommend getting one or making one, no matter what kind of mat you're working out on. You might feel like skipping it because it's only used in a few exercises, but it offers your body assistance and will help you activate your back and shoulder muscles. And you'll also find it's going to be able to be used in more exercises other than the mat work as you grow your repertoire at home. You can just buy a dowel rod, cut it down to size, seal it so you don't get splinters in your hands, and the ends can also be found in the hardware store, so it's easy to make. It offers you assistance, and as you grow both your repertoire and exercises and equipment, you'll find more places that this is useful other than the mat work. The downside of this mat is that it is pricey. Brand new, it can run close to $1,000, but you can buy it secondhand. That's what I did, and mine cost about $500, and it's in great condition. It is an investment, so you probably don't want to start there, but once you have fallen in love with Pilates, it's an investment that you won't regret, and you'll never want to go back to using a yoga mat. It will last you your lifetime if you look after it well. So you want to look out for things like when you clean it, make sure you're not using anything abrasive. The vinyl is the only thing that could get damaged over time. So you want to make sure you keep that vinyl in good shape. Be aware of what you're wearing when you work out. Don't wear those workout pants that have little zippers on them. Those zippers will pierce your vinyl and make a hole. Watch out for like hair clips, rings. Take those off so that if you're doing anything that's going to push into the mat that is sharp, it won't damage your vinyl. I'll leave a link in the description below for my resources page, which lists where you can buy Classical Pilates mats and my fave Facebook group for finding secondhand equipment. But if you don't want to invest in a Pilates folding mat, don't let that hold you back. There are more affordable options, and the exercises can be done without the foot strap, handles, boxes, etc. In fact, Joseph Pilates didn't use this mat in his book, Return to Life, which he made as a guide to doing Pilates mat work at home, because he knew people wouldn't want to invest in something expensive right off the bat. One of the most important things to consider when choosing an alternative surface to do the Pilates mat work on is protecting your spine. There are a lot of rolling exercises, so you want to make sure that whatever you're working on isn't so hard that it will hurt or bruise your spine. Standard yoga mats are around 4 to 5 millimeters thick, which is about 1/8 of an inch, which for most people that's just not enough padding. I'd recommend getting a thicker mat of around 1/2 an inch at least. I'll leave a link below in the description for a very affordable thick exercise mat that you can buy for around $20, and I'll also put it on my resources page. It'll give you the padding to protect your spine, and I always try to give you the instructions in my videos of how to modify your exercises if you don't have the foot strap or the handles and you're working on this kind of mat. If you already have a standard yoga mat and you want to make use of what you've got already, I'd recommend adding a towel or blanket either under or over the top of your yoga mat. You might want the non-slip surface of the yoga mat underneath your blanket if you're on a slippery surface, or if you're working on carpet, that might be all the padding you need. Remember, everybody's body is different, so some spines are bonier than others. So whatever you choose, don't push through uncomfortable pain on your spine. Add padding. It should be firm, not like a bed where you're going to sink in, but supportive. If you have further questions about creating your at-home Pilates studio, type Start Strong in the comments below. I'll reply with the link to download my free guide, Start Strong at Home. Inside, you'll find practical tips for creating a functional and affordable home studio space. From setting up with zero cost to choosing the right props and equipment that fit your budget and needs. Plus, you'll get strategies to help you stay accountable and motivated, because I know how challenging it can be to keep up with home workouts. Let's make sure your home Pilates practice is both achievable and enjoyable. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so we can keep working out together. I'll see you next time.